So the recent trend in Hollywood, specifically animation, is for some reason they always make the women more masculine than female. Like, just where they have no like womanly features or nothing. Like we've seen with Teela in Masters of the Universe. It's like she looks like a guy. She literally looks like a guy. She looks like a man. Fixed with the, of course, SJW haircut. But the creative team on Masters of the Universe have spoke about it a bit. So Netflix reveals Masters of the Universe creative team aim to design Teela with a more realistic, muscular perspective, inspired by Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman and the Legend of Korra. This is what Gal Gadot looked like in Wonder Woman, so I don't know how did they got inspiration from Gal Gadot and from Wonder Woman, did they? I don't think so. How did they get inspiration? In what way is she, like, muscular? Netflix has revealed that Teela was given a generic strong female design in Masters of the Universe in order to portray her with a more realistic muscular perspective than any of her previous incarnations, as the streaming giant felt it important that realism is included in the character design. You know, you can't have a woman with curves and stuff like that. That you make them muscular, because that's realism. That's like realism or something. On July 28th, the Netflix Geeked Twitter account, whose content focuses on the platform's various nerd media, revealed to its followers that the Masters of the Universe Revelation creative team was inspired by Wonder Woman and the Legend of Korra, designing the woman of Masters of the Universe with a more realistic, muscular perspective than their past iterations. And in a sarcastic response, someone said, "Thank God. In a show that allows a character to get a nice tan and become a total beefcake from holding up a piece of metal and saying a quick one-liner, it's really important that realism is included in the character design." To which Netflix Geeked replied, "When women are often drawn unrealistically in so many forms of media, yeah, it's really important that realism is included in the character design." How in what way are women drawn unrealistically? I'm assuming they're talking about comics and stuff like that. What? Because women have curves and tits. But that's bad. That's bad. You're really a terrible person if you think a woman has curves and this and that and the other. So let's be honest, it's just all morality sort of bollocks, isn't it? Because it's not, because women can't make themselves look like a model or something. They can't get that body. That's like me saying, "Oh well that man with all those muscles, that's unrealistic." No, it's not. It's not unrealistic. Men actually admit that, yeah, I want to look like that. That's what I want to look like. It's just whether you want to put the work in or not. Of course, Netflix Geeked attempt to portray their less than well-received Teela design as some sort of moral good was soon met with a wave of criticism, with many fans noting that not only did Teela not look realistic, but also that such realism was quite obviously not an issue taken under consideration when designing the show's male characters. So YetiCast said, "Realistic? Teela injected the world's supply of steroids in this show. There is no resemblance to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. There isn't. There's no resemblance to Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot is not masculine." Then someone else wrote, "There was nothing unrealistic about her original design. In fact, the OG version is more normal and realistic and achievable body shape than the new one. I suspect realistic is woke for less likely to be found hot by men." Which is what it's all about, innit? It's all about subverting the male gaze. Because men find certain women attractive. That's just wrong. Think you cannot look at a woman and go, she's smoking, or whatever word you want to use. You cut. It's wrong to be attracted to a woman based on certain looks and aspects and stuff like that. That's just wrong. So that's really why they do it with female characters. They've got to downplay like their hotness or something. Like the new Supergirl they've got when we got the leaked photos. It's like they gave her a shitty haircut and like stuff like that to like make her look less attractive than she actually is. Because it's like the male gaze is like so terrible. It's so terrible to look at a woman and find her attractive. But yeah, it would actually be harder for a woman to get all muscly than it would be just to like become like a sort of model that you would see. It'd be easier to actually do that than it would to be just like this muscular, beefy bitch. Although there is some, but it's fucking hard work for men as well. But yeah, it's all to do with you can't look at a woman and find her attractive. Really, it's just that Hollywood and certain other aspects of the world at the moment despise men. They despise men. And the only women that are going, oh well that body isn't realistic. They're the people that are, you're just not good looking. That's probably what it is. It's just a bit jealous. It's a bit of jealousy. And look, there's literally cosplayers, and they look like that. That's what they look like. And another person wrote, Gadot and Cora don't even have bodies like the ones in Teela's crappy show. Can they stop lying? I like Gadot as Wonder Woman, but she's hardly muscular. It's my main criticism of her in the role, well, and some poor delivery at times. Yeah, I would say she'd probably have to be a little bit more muscular, but not to the fucking as mental as what they've done with Teela. But again, it's all about just getting rid of that male gaze. That's what it is. It's as if women don't like the fact that men find them attractive. Women don't like that. They hate the fact that a man would find them attractive. That's why because the only people that are moaning about the male gaze, they're usually generally people you wouldn't fucking look at anyway. You would not look at them twice. Along a side-by-side comparison of He-Man's original and Revelation designs, Stephen the artist offered his own sarcasm, telling Netflix Geeked, let's just jump down here a minute. So glad to see the men of Masters of the Universe have been designed with a more realistic muscular perspective than their past iterations as well. The unfair standard of masculinity in the original cartoon was very harmful to the self-esteem of young boys. So I mean, yeah, if you look at those look at He-Man from the new show, right, that's realistic. See how nobody complains about the men being like unrealistic. No, it's all about if we make the woman look like a woman, it's unrealistic. It's just double standards, like it is with everything. But yeah, it's all about defeating the male gaze. But it's coming from crackpots that no one would look at. No one would look at them twice. You never see like sort of good looking women moaning about this, do they? They don't go, oh well, we want to get rid of the male gaze, unless they're like fucking mentally ill. It's like what is wrong with a woman looking like a woman? It seems to be the talk of the town. It's like there's an issue with a woman looking like a woman. There's an issue with a man finding a woman attractive. But they say they made Teela for realistic purposes, but then you've got He-Man that I wouldn't say he looks realistic. So why is it an issue? It's just it's fucking strange. We know what it's all really to do with. It's to do with like reality. It's what people don't like. What reality is. They don't like being set in reality. The fact is, women look like women and men look like men. There's a distinction. There's a distinction between the two. There's nothing wrong with looking like a woman. There's nothing wrong with looking like a man. But they've got a big issue with it. Oh, how dare that woman look like a woman? How dare she? They do it with it. I did it with Lola Bunny getting rid of her tits. It's like, why? First of all, no one was even looking at her sexually anyway, other than fucking Bugs Bunny. But they take them out because it's terrible. It's so tits bad. That's the logic that I get from them at the moment. They just have a real problem with women being women, or just women being attractive. Like I said, even with the new Supergirl, they've took her attractiveness away by giving her the stupid haircut and everything. It's because they don't want men looking at them and going, she's attractive, she is. Because it's just totally wrong. It's just wrong think. You should never find a woman attractive, even though that's what we're fucking programmed to do. But yeah, it's all to do with reality. It's people that can't accept reality for what it is. It's always popping up. It's always the same. It's just, or make the women muscular so no man finds them attractive. But it's all a lot of bollocks, really. It's all just fucking intersectional feminism bollocks sprinkled with a bit of you know what, where realities lie. You can probably take a guess at what I'm hinting at. I'm not gonna say it because YouTube will jump down my fucking throat. We know the people that find it hard to accept reality for what it is. But yeah, Teela looks like a man. That's clear and evident. But that's all I've got to say on that anyway. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.